Hi everyone, it's Davey from EndlesslyHeSaid. Welcome to another vinyl video. In this vinyl video I'm not talking about my record collection as a full, but I do have a vinyl update. I recently had a birthday in May and I got gifted a couple of records. I've already mentioned one of them, which was David Bowie's Black Star, but it seems to be a bit of a David Bowie birthday this year. The first record I have to show you is The Next Day by David Bowie. This is the front cover, here's the back cover. This opens out with a gatefold, like so. And while it's black vinyl, so I won't show you that, it does have these glorious inserts. There's the reverse of that. Credits on the side, beautiful portrait of David Bowie himself. Anyone that's been watching this channel or just knows me in general knows I love David Bowie, and this is a great record. It's naturally leading into what Black Star brought us, and I think that's definitely the more popularised album. But The Next Day took me a bit by surprise when it came out in 2015. It really brought Bowie to the forefront of modern music again, that it was his first album in 10 years, which is quite a long time to wait. And before that, Bowie had been somewhat ambiguous with like the music that he was making. I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of the stuff that was happening in the mid-2000s, but this seemed to bring it up to date. You could see some of that darker elements that he was bringing into his music, and it was no longer just pop and dance, it's a little bit darker. But don't get me wrong, that flamboyancy is what made David Bowie who he is. For me, my favourite tracks on this record are The Stars Are Out Tonight and Where Are We Now, which is the single from this record, which had such a somber, moving video. Okay, on to the next couple of records, and these come from the same sort of stable of artists, and probably why you clicked this video to watch it. The next record I have to show you is Konnichiwa by Skepta. Here's the front cover, here is the back cover. This comes with a printed inner sleeve and the reverse of that. The record itself is on red vinyl. Again, massive fan of Skepta, and this is one of my favourite records of 2016. It took a full year from its release date up until when it came out on vinyl. This is something that Skepta said like from the start, that he wanted his music to come out on vinyl, and I've been sort of itching and waiting and just passively hoping that it would come out at some point quite soon after release, but it didn't, and then it just dropped out of nowhere, and I got to pre-order it, and it arrived, and I was... Konnichiwa is a grime masterpiece. I think Skepta is at the forefront of bringing grime into other countries. He's currently touring America, so if you're watching this from the United States, please go and see him if you've not already. It's a great live show and a lot of fun. Standout tracks for me on this record are It Ain't Safe, which is one of the singles on there. It's absolutely bouncing and banging. And then of course the other singles like Shut Down and That's Not Me with JME featured on there. Skepta's done a wonderful thing. He's been snapping up awards, he's been headlining festivals, he's been taking his music everywhere, and I think it's doing wonders for the genre. The fact that this is self-released on Skepta and JME's own record label of Boy Better Know is great. It means that independent music is thriving, not just with guitar-based music. The next record I have to show you is another grime record. This is Wiley, Godfather. Here is the front cover. But that being said, this is limited to 500 and was out for Record Store Day. Shout out to my boy Rich at Ignite Records. I managed to snap this up really quickly, and he had a few copies left from Record Store Day, I think, and one just hiding there in the rack that my fiance pointed out to me and I picked up, so I was well happy with that. While it is a white label release, it does have a great sound to it. The records are pressed really well and the album just comes through. It's a double LP and it plays fantastically. My favourite songs on there are Name Brand, which features B2K and JME, and Back with the Banger. It's really jumpy, it's really fun, it's put together well. There aren't that many lulls in the album either. There's even those slower songs like You Are Always Part 2 with Skepta and Belly, where they were talking about long lost love and arguments between failed relationships. But it's a great record all round, and if you haven't checked it out, it came out this year and it's strongly climbing up my list for 2017. It's coming up to the middle of the year, so I'm definitely going to be making a halfway point for top records of 2017. Okay, I'm guessing the main reason that most of you are here is to find out who won the competition that I set in my last vinyl video, which is actually the last video on the channel, which you can watch over here. Competition's now finished, and I have contacted the winner and let them know about their prize. And the winner is Daniela Oak. Thank you for commenting. I got so many lovely things being said about the channel and the records that they were enjoying. And it's actually really lovely, I'm like quite touched about it. It's really nice to have people engaging and talking about music. So again, if you want to talk about music and talk about the records that we're talking about on this channel, then please do comment below. even if it's just for engagement and to talk about things and to have your voice heard. So Daniela, I'm going to be sending you this The Hand That Feeds 9 Inch Nails 12-inch single, and I'm going to be sending you New Morality, No Morality, which I showed in my last video there. Thank you to everyone who entered, and thank you for everyone who's watched this video as well. I will see you next time. Please make sure you give it a like if you enjoy it, share it with your friends if you enjoy the channel, and comment below if you enjoyed any records in this video as well. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.